All right, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Night Spread'em here on Escalade 85, the YouTube channel. It's week 11. We went, what was it, 8? Let me check. I think it was 8-5. 8-5 last week. Up $80 last week. Up $480 on the season. And we're 9-5 on the Escalade Get Paid Pick of the Week. 77, 56, and 4. Your boy is on it this year. We are doing all right. So anyway, let's get to the game picks. For week 11 here, going to kind of bang this out. It is early. Sorry, it's 8:37. I'm going to change. All right. Sorry. I just looked a little too bright back there. I still feel like I'm a little too bright. All right. Anyway, here we go. Week 11. We got the 6-3. This is the 1:00 game. 6-3 Packers head to the 4-5 Bears. And Chicago Bears are home dogs. 5.5. They're getting 5.5. 40.5 is the over under. I'm taking the Packers for sure. The Bears stink right now. Their offense just doesn't look good. I know a lot of people want to talk about new offensive coordinator sparking things, but I don't know. I like the Packers. I think the Bears get beat again by the Packers. 2-8 Jags head to Detroit to face the 8-1 Lions, who just won a game last week after throwing 5 picks against the Texans, who are no slouch. Lions are favored by 13.5. 46.5 is the over under. Originally, when I saw this, I was like, dude, I'm taking the Jags. That's too many points. But Mac Jones is playing. The Jags are beat up. They have a lot of injuries. They're not the deepest team when it comes to talent in general anyway right now. And I don't know. I think like the Lions, they won last week, but just their mentality is going to be like, dude, we played like shit. And now we get to go practice against the Jaguars. So I think this one could be like a 30-13 or something. 46.5 is the over under if I didn't say that. So I'm going to take the Lions. It's a huge number. I don't like it. If I'm betting on it myself, I would probably take an alternate spread there. Lower my odds a little bit, drop it down to like 10.5, 9.5, something like that. But I like 13.5 for this. All right, 7-2 Vikings head to the 2-7 Titans. 5.5 is the spread there. The Titans are home dogs, getting 5.5. 39.5 is the over under. Vikings haven't looked as good lately as they did originally. Sam Darnold cooling off, but they got Hockenson back. I think that is going to open up some things. Like Addison was already kind of looking good. Justin Jefferson's the man. The Titans do play pretty good pass defense, but they're 2-7, and they have Will Levis. And Ridley's been playing well. The Vikings defense, I don't know. But I'm going to take the Vikings here just because of Hockenson, honestly. I think he's going to change that offense, make it a little bit better. Not that they haven't been that good already, but 2-7 Raiders head to the 3-6 Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 7 at home. 43.5 is the over-under. I hate this number. I'd like it more if it was 6.5. I'd love it more if it was 5.5. At 7, I think it could go either way, but I'm going to take the Dolphins here. I think Achane has a big game, and the Raiders are bad. So, I mean, not that the Dolphins are playing well, but I think talent-wise, they've got more. I don't know. Tyreek Hill's got a wrist injury. I don't know how that affects him running. But anyway, 4-5 Rams head to the 3-7 Pats. Pats are home dogs, 4.5. 43.5 is the over-under. I'm slowly getting on this kick where I'm betting on the Patriots as home dogs or as dogs in general. I'm going to stick with it here. I think the Rams do have some weapons, but I think they have some holes. And I like the way the Pats are playing. For a team that's not good, maybe trending in the right direction for the future. Not Tom Brady-like, but in the right direction. We'll take the home dogs at 4.5 there. 2-7 Browns go to the 3-7 Saints. Saints are home dogs by 1.5. 44.5 is the over/under. This one's hard. I'm not even sure if Olave is playing, but I know the Saints are dinged up. They're at home, though. I do like that. Jameis Winston, revenge game. I'm going to back Nick Chubb. So we're going to take the Browns to go on the road and win one here in a close, horrible game that nobody wants to watch. Speaking of horrible games, the 4-6 Colts head to the 3-7 Jets. Jets are favored by 3.5. 43.5 is the over/under. AR-15 Richardson is starting every game for the rest of the year, which makes sense because you got to figure out what you're going to do with that sooner or later, and he's got to get some experience. And Flacco wasn't blowing anybody away. So, plus you can always go back to Flacco, I guess, if he gets hurt, which he might. Jets are super disappointment. Colts are also a disappointment. I'm going to take the Jets on this one. 7-3 Ravens head to the 7-2 Steelers. Steelers home dogs +3. 48.5 is the over/under. That's crazy to me. The Steelers defense is awesome. But I'm a guy who has a bet on the Ravens winning the division for the future, and I think the Steelers' first division game is going to be a loss. I think it's going to be close. Gosh, I really want to take the points here. But I'm going to take the Ravens. I'm going to say Derrick Henry, the hammer, is the difference. All right. 6-4 Falcons head to the 5-5 Broncos. Broncos favored by 1.5. 44.5 is the over/under. We are definitely taking the Broncos in this one. The Falcons let me down last week, and I didn't want to talk about it. I could have won a good amount of money in some parlays, but I didn't realize I had the Falcons in all of them. Like 4 parlays missed on the Falcons, basically. I think one other one had a hole in it as well, but 3 of the 4, bang, 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 Falcons. Bang, 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 Falcons. Bang, 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 Falcons. So anyway, forget the Falcons is one way I'm going to put it this week. I think I don't know, I think the Broncos played pretty tough against the Chiefs, and they had a field goal block. They were going to beat them. So could be a letdown, but I don't know. I think they're going to run the ball. I think, again, I don't know. I'm not sold on the Falcons as much anymore. I was on them last week. I made them $50 pick. Bad move. So give me the Broncos. And the Hescalade get paid pick of the week. Actually, no, back that up. We're only going 20 on that. No, I just saw what was coming up. We got the 4-5 Seahawks against the 5-4 Niners. Niners 6.5, 48.5 over/under. Niners, easy. Hescalade get paid pick of the week. Purdy going to go off. And I think the Seahawks center just retired mid-season, midweek. Weird. 9-0 Chiefs plus the referees head to Buffalo to play the 8-2 Bills. Bills are favored by 2.5, which is strange. 46.5 is the over/under. Patrick Mahomes never loses as the underdog until now. I think the Chiefs go down. I think they've been dodging it. I feel like this is when you either take the Chiefs or you stay away from. We're rolling with it. We're going with the Bills. All right, the 4-6 Bengals head to LA to play the 6-3 Chargers. Chargers favored by 1.5. 47.5 is the over/under. Both teams haven't beaten any good teams. This time the Bengals went on the road because Joe Burrow's on fire. And finally, we got the 6-4 Texans heading into Dallas to play the 3-6 Cowboys, who are awful. 7.5 is the over/under. This was like 6.5, I think, at the beginning of the week, or just 7. 41.5 is the over/under. Sorry. Cowboys are dogs by 7.5. We're taking the Texans in our second Hescalade get paid pick of the week. So here we go. Quick recap. Packers cover 5.5 on the road against the Bears. Lions cover 13.5 at home. Vikings cover 5.5 on the road against the Titans. Dolphins cover 7 on the Raiders at home. Pats plus 4.5 at home against the Rams. Browns cover 1.5 on the road against the Saints. Jets cover 3.5 at home against the Colts. Ravens cover 3 on the road against the Steelers. Broncos cover 1.5 against the Falcons at home. The Niners at home cover 6.5, and the Hescalade get paid pick of the week. The Bills cover 2.5 against the Chiefs, knock them off. Bengals, of course, on the road, plus 1.5, going to LA on Sunday night. And then finally, their second Hespa Get Paid pick of the week, the Texans roll into Dallas, curb stomp them, beat them by more than 7.5. All right, thank you, everybody. Enjoy the games, and God bless you.